Hello everyone, I hope you are doing amazing. This is Emily from Peachtree Crafts, and in today's video we are going to be making a tag flip using the Gingham Garden Collection by Crepe Paper. So off camera, before beginning this video, I went ahead and picked out the tags and papers that I wanted to use. I added gold stitching around all of them, and I did some cross stitching on a few just to give it a little bit of a different look. And then I also added some trims. I have two tag flip videos that you'll see because I'm kind of in the process of making two swaps at once using the same collection. So I've just been kind of making things like in bulk, I guess. So this is the first tag flip that you'll see. And then the second one is very similar to this one because I used the same paper, so that way I didn't have as many scraps. So I used the same paper to make the tags, but I used some different trims and they look a little bit different, obviously, like especially once they're decorated and everything, but just wanted to point that out. If you watched the other video before this one, that's why they look so similar. But I went ahead and got right into decorating, and I'm kind of on my last leg of this collection. I really don't have too much left. So I'm just using up some of the bigger pieces that, you can't really use on things like embellishments and smaller projects. So I have this really big chipboard piece right in the middle, and I actually love this chipboard piece. I think it's so pretty. I'm really not a huge fan of blue, but this collection has really changed my mind. I love this really soft, cloudy blue that they've used. And then I mixed it with some pink and greens that are throughout the collection. So next, I am using this gingham tag, and I'm creating a little kind of layout almost. I use a lot of these little pieces from the paper reset, and I'm just laying it out to get it how I want it. I found this sticker down at the bottom that says love you, but I wanted to incorporate more green before I place that on, so I just kind of looked through my collection and found this little ticket. So I cut that apart, and I find the perfect place for that right behind that pink circle paper. And now I just start taping everything down and trying to remember how it looked beforehand, which is always kind of tricky. You can never find the perfect placement. It never goes exactly back to how you remember it, but I think it turned out still pretty good. And then the bird piece that you see in the center, it's shiny and it has gold embossing on it. So that is not really typical of the collection. So if you're wondering where that is from the card making kit. So I'll link that video down below for you guys if you would like to see everything that I hauled from this collection, and some of the things that I found at Joann Craft Store as well. That is where I found the card making kit. And there are a few different pieces that are not included in the original collection. So that is where that bird piece is from, and she is gorgeous. So I had her really be the focal point here. I added some sewing thread behind that centerpiece just to make it pop a little bit more, and I like adding different textures, so you'll see me do that a couple times throughout the video. And I finished it off with some pearls and that little flower there. I'm not sure where exactly I got that from. It's probably from a pen pal. But yeah, I thought that just kind of blended in really cute and matched the colors. So here I am working on the third tag, and I'm working on these totally out of order. You'll see me at the end of this video just kind of go through and pick and choose which ones I want to be in the order. Like, once I finish, I decide which one I want to be the cover and which one looks good after that one. So you'll see me go through that process at the end. But for right now, I'm just kind of grabbing whichever one is next in the pile and starting to work on it. And if I have like a certain piece that I want to use in a tag flip, then I'll kind of think about what paper that would look the best on. So sometimes I kind of work that way too. But I'm just adding this little paper in the background, and that is actually from the cut apart sheet. I really, really loved the cut aparts this time around that Crepe Paper included. I felt like there were so many different sizes, and they were just awesome layering pieces. So you'll see me use those quite a bit in this video and the other tag flip video that I mentioned that will be coming soon if you are watching these in the order that they're posted. So, once it's posted and everything, I'll come back and I'll link it in the description box so that you can watch that one. But this tag flip came together pretty quickly. It's only a 9-minute video, so as you can tell, it was really easy to work with this collection, especially since I didn't have a whole lot of stuff left. So I was just kind of picking up stuff that I still had and that I wanted to use. This video is sped up just a little bit. I just double the speed, so it's, normally on ×1, and then I just made it ×2. And then at the beginning and at the end of the video, it goes back to regular speed. So I don't know if that gives you any clarification. It took about 22 minutes, I think, to make this tag flip. That doesn't include the process of stitching and cutting the papers and everything. So if you're starting fresh, it would take a little bit longer. But yeah, I just really have been loving this collection, and I'm actually kind of sad to use so much of it up. I feel like it's definitely gone by really fast. But of course, I'll have some stuff that I'll add into my stash, and I'm actually going to be making an album using this collection. The album is not going to be for me, but I will still be able to see it whenever I want. I'll post a project share video of it once it is finished. But this is the 4th tag, I think, and we have about 2 more left. So this was from the cut apart sheet. I always like including tags that are from the cut aparts because I think they're just really cute, and it's an easy way to add something different to your tag flip, so that way they're not all super chunky. And I just added the pearl enamel dots there just to make it cohesive and blend into everything else. I might have overdone it a little bit on the pearl enamel dots for this tag flip. I've been good at kind of being subtle on some of the embellishments that I've made, but for whatever reason, I guess maybe I wanted to use up the package that I had. I only had a few left, but I just kind of went crazy. I don't know if there's such thing as overdoing it when it comes to enamel dots, but if there is, I've definitely reached that level. On this tag flip, you can see I did the cross stitching there. I'm not really the greatest at it. I think it looks okay. I really struggle to hold the paper still and make them even whenever I do stitching still. I'm not like a master sewer or anything. I just like to add sewing because it gives a different texture. It makes the tags and papers a little bit heavier, makes it look more polished, I think, but it never turns out perfect, and I think that's okay. So on this one, I was kind of struggling at first because the pink paper that the tag flip is from, or that the tag is from, sorry, it didn't really match a whole lot in the collection, so I end up just adding a different kind of pink here, and I think that pink matched a little better some of the other colors that I used. I'm using this little laurel from the foam sheet, and that butterfly sticker that you saw me use, that one is also from the card kit. I do end up going back and adding some hot glue to this postage stamp. That was me almost putting it on upside down. That would have been terrible. That would have made me so sad. But luckily I caught it, and I was pretty proud of myself for that because normally that would totally be a mistake that I would make. But I forgot what I was saying. But anyways, I'm just adding this laurel, this foam sheet. Oh, I remember now. So the chipboard stickers this time around, they have not been very sticky at all. I'm not sure if anyone has had better luck than I have with the chipboard stickers. The foam stickers are great, but the chipboard just kind of tends to fall off. So before I send this off, I am going to go back in and just add some hot glue to all the pieces that have chipboard, because I could just see them falling off in the mail, especially, sometimes unfortunately they're not always the greatest at keeping our mail safe whenever it's being sent out and everything. So I do go back and fix that. So just a heads up to anybody who has this collection, it definitely helps to adhere it down really good. So this is the part of the video where I kind of pick the order that I think the tags would look good in, and I kind of worked backwards there. So I started with the one that I wanted to be second, and then I grabbed all of the other ones until the last one. So now I'm placing them on backwards, again adding some more glue to the chipboard that fell off. So this is the last one. And yeah, whenever I do this, I just try to think of make sure nothing is too similar. Like I wouldn't want to put 2 tags that have butterflies on them right next to each other. I don't know, that's just the way my mind works. But yeah, and then I just, think about what papers look good together and try to make it all fits well together at the end. So I'm just doing the final flip through for you guys. And if you want to see some pictures and some reels, you can check out my Instagram to see more. But thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe so you get notified whenever I post new content. And I will see you next time. Bye.